Rabindranath Tagore, powerful motivational quotes and biography. Rabindranath Tagore. Quotes. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. The water in a vessel is sparkling. The water in the sea is dark. The small truth has words which are clear. The great truth has great silence. He who is too busy doing good finds no time to be good. To be outspoken is easy when you do not wait to speak the complete truth. From the solemn gloom of the temple, children run out to sit in the dust. God watches them play and forgets the priest. In art, man reveals himself and not his objects. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Rabindranath Tagore biography. He was born on the 7th of May 1861 in the Jorasanko mansion in Calcutta. He was a Bengali polymath who worked as a poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer and painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful poetry of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was a Fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society. Referred to as the Bard of Bengal, Tagore was known by sobriquets Gurudev, Kobaguru, Biswakobi. A Bengali Brahmin from Calcutta with ancestral gentry roots in Burdwan district and Jessore, Tagore wrote poetry as an 8-year-old. At the age of 16, he released his first substantial poems under the pseudonym Bhanushima, Sun Lion, which were seized upon by literary authorities as long-lost classics. By 1877 he graduated to his first short stories and dramas, published under his real name. As a humanist, universalist, internationalist, and ardent critic of nationalism, he denounced the British Raj and advocated independence from Britain. As an exponent of the Bengal Renaissance, he advanced a vast canon that comprised paintings, sketches and doodles, hundreds of texts, and some 2,000 songs. His legacy also endures in his founding of Visva Bharati University. His novels, stories, songs, dance dramas, and essays spoke to topics political and personal. Gitanjali, Gora and Gari Bear are his best-known works, and his verse, short stories, and novels were acclaimed, or panned, for their lyricism, colloquialism, naturalism, and unnatural contemplation. His compositions were chosen by two nations as national anthems, India's Jana Gana Mana and Bangladesh's Amar Shoner Bangla. The Sri Lankan national anthem was inspired by his work. He briefly read law at University College London, but again left school, opting instead for independent study of Shakespeare's plays Coriolanus, and Antony and Cleopatra and the Religio Medici of Thomas Browne. Lively English, Irish, and Scottish folk tunes impressed Tagore, whose own tradition of Nidhubabu authored kirtans and tapas and Brahmo hymnody was subdued. In 1880 he returned to Bengal degree-less, resolving to reconcile European novelty with Brahmo traditions, taking the best from each. After returning to Bengal, Tagore regularly published poems, stories, and novels. These had a profound impact within Bengal itself but received little national attention. In 1883 he married 10-year-old Mrinalini Devi, born Babatarini, 1873 to 1902. They had 5 children, 2 of whom died in childhood. His novels, stories, songs, dance dramas, and essays spoke to topics political. Tagore loathed formal education. His scholarly travails at the local Presidency College spanned a single day. Years later he held that proper teaching does not explain things. Proper teaching stokes curiosity. He was awarded a knighthood by King George V in the 1915 birthday honors, but Tagore renounced it after the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Renouncing the knighthood, Tagore wrote in a letter addressed to Lord Chelmsford, the then British Viceroy of India, "The disproportionate severity of the punishments inflicted upon the unfortunate people in the methods of carrying them out, we are convinced, are without parallel in the history of civilized governments. The time has come when badges of honor make our shame glaring in their incongruous context of humiliation, and I for my part wish to stand, shorn of all special distinctions, by the side of my countrymen." His last 5 years were marked by chronic pain and 2 long periods of illness. These began when Tagore lost consciousness in late 1937. He remained comatose and near death for a time. This was followed in late 1940 by a similar spell, from which he never recovered. Poetry from these valetudinary years is among his finest. A period of prolonged agony ended with Tagore's death on the 7th of August 1941, aged 80.
Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next biography. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.